Spring.
We're on. Oh, we didn't mention last time. We're doing our big Corona self-distancing videos.
Yeah. Still doing the distancing thing, and we just finished up the video and we talked about on there. We're gonna maybe try our next outing. We might try to do back to the studio again, and so we're not promising anything, but we're thinking about it. So
yeah, it's in the works. We done talked to the owner of the studio, so he gave us permission if we go late enough, and we're usually down there late, so
yeah,
we don't figure that's gonna be an issue. I guess the date is actually May
19th,
2020, and I don't know. I guess we're here in the state of Virginia. It looks like we're past the curve. We still got. We're still getting a lot of cases, but I don't think we're as hot as on a hot spot. And we're in what phase one?
Phase one, still phase one, yes.
You got over one more week, then we go to phase two. I think other states, probably people that are out here watching in other states, y'all might already be going to bars and stuff like that. We're not.
Yeah, somebody was talking about that at work, like that they was, oh shit, I can't remember where it was, but he said that they opened up the state, and seemed like it was out west somewhere, but that they opened it up the state, and it was like all these people out at the bars, and it was like nobody wearing masks, and I was like, well, that's a good way to get it back.
Yeah, Jason was talking. He was talking about that at work, telling me about that. Yeah, there's some bar, everybody's hanging over everybody and stuff like that. So yeah, there was no self-distancing wherever that was.
Well, and I guess if you're at the bar, it's kind of hard to drink with a mask on and smoke cigarettes with a mask on. So
yeah, he'd cut out a little hole enough for a cigarette draw.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so think me and Love brought my attention that Jinjer's got a new song out, and called, looks like Noah.
Noah.
Do I got all this right? I'm not doing good so far.
So far, so good. And we didn't have anybody's name to butcher, so I mean, we're already we're on a roll.
So we're gonna we actually said we was gonna shoot this one out to Love, since he's a big cheater and he ain't even here to do anything. So we're gonna dedicate this one to our boy Love.
Yep. Well, I know I haven't seen or heard this song, so I'm not gonna be like Love, and this is all fresh to me. So.
Yeah, and I know I haven't seen it. I didn't even know. Do they got? Well, we watched that one. I guess it's off that same album. That one we watched going to the Steel Panther show.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Marco. Was that? Marco. Macro. Sorry, Macro.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you if you pronounce it right. I'm sure somebody will let you know.
Oh well, I'm reading it off of the Napalm Records thing right here. So.
All right.
And this actually says it's the 5th single off of this.
Well, it seems like I thought there was another, but I didn't realize 5th. But I thought there was other, that I remember a song being released after the one we had watched, but I didn't realize, like I said, that it was already on 5.
Yeah, I didn't realize they released that many songs off of this. So,
well, if they've released 5th, that means that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, they're pretty big right now. There's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Likes Jinjer.
They got a lot of hype behind them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it's very understandable why. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got a hot little chick like her that can growl like her. It's definitely a good thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you want to just roll with this, Noah?
Yep, you got it. Are you ready this time?
Yeah, I think I am ready this time. All I got to do is hit play.
All right, Let's good then.
Let's do this right
All
now.
Right.
Youngers gliding upon a flooded surface. The wind is welcoming and pushing it forward. The earth is on the tide on its high. Keep it safe and down what you have inside. What is meant to be, let it be. A blessing is a shout in your time of need. The ark is gliding upon the ocean. A blessed giant on a mission. The wholesome didst transition of living creatures to the other side to find a mountain. The giant glides. Something went wrong. I can hear the animals howling. Dogs are howling in their homeless cage. Why are you standing frozen and there? Staying on the ground for weeks. With the sea and the air was still. You set it down to find a sin. You sounded dumb, but it will not return. What is meant to be, let it be. Keep it safe and sound what you have inside. The ark is imprisoned by the ocean. A blessed giant failed the mission. Horizon bent over, hiding dry land. The giant surrenders. The quest for a mountain. Skies are falling lower. This world just can't begin. The horizon is bending over. And now it's upside down.
Wow.
Yeah, that was definitely not what I was expecting. Was
Good way or bad way?
Well, no, I didn't think her voice was going to change, and then when it does, man, she's got
Oh,
so much range, it's unreal.
oh yeah. And this song, even though it had that heavy kind of groove to it, it was still kind of like a mellow, just like a not I can't say chill like type of groove to it, but it was aggressive yet chill at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but I dug it, man. It was pretty good.
Yeah, but I was sitting here watching. I don't remember what we done a live song, and when we watch them live, watching her work the crowd that's a highlight for me.
Oh yeah.
She can work a crowd like anyway. The one we watched, I think it was from Walking.
Locking, yeah.
That I don't even remember what song it was, but man, it was
Uh,
I was still blown away how well she worked the crowd.
and you knew I've been to so many concerts together, and even separate. We've seen so many shows, and that in itself that's what makes the show.
Yeah.
You can have somebody standing up there if they can't work the crowd and make it entertaining, and it's just not. I don't know. It's just kind of blah. I mean, you got to have somebody that can work the crowd, interact, and just keep it alive. And she definitely has it.
Yeah, I mean, there's, yeah, like you said, we've seen a lot of shows. Some of them are just naturals at it, and you go back to like, clear the '80s to some of the people, like legacies like Steve Whitman, Sammy Hagar, up to Hetfield works the crowd well, and her from Jinjer, like I said, what we saw from Vakken. I mean, I was very impressed how well she worked the crowd.
Oh yeah. I mean, and that is what makes a show. So
Yeah,
you can have. I mean, that and the sound. I mean, you can't have the whole band sound like shit.
yeah.
As long as the singer's making the crowd happy. But yeah, I mean, it's across the board. But it definitely helps to have a good front person.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to know if they've done, like, since this is a newer song that's been released. I wonder if they played any of this, like, before their. I guess they got their tour finished before. I can't remember. I know so many shows that got canceled. I can't remember if they had actually finished their tour before. Oh, so that's right. Yeah, that's
Ronnie,
right.
you remember Ronnie said he was going to be in D.C. the weekend we was
Yeah.
going.
Yep, that's right. So I kind of wonder if they even played this song live before they released it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, are they just, are they just releasing this stuff, not like a bad way, but, since Corona, to kind of keep their name out there and to help because, they're not touring.
Yeah, and it could be. I mean, but everybody's trying to find their own way to kind of hang around and stay active, and yet, do their thing about, distancing and that kind of thing. But I've really intrigued on how well these bands, not just this band, but all these different bands that, going through all this stuff right now, that, how they're keeping themselves out there and active and doing these live, like, YouTube shows and whatnot. It's very cool to see this, that, they're doing free stuff on YouTube, just, to keep us entertained, yet they're, I guess, in the same aspect, they're entertaining themselves because they're just like us right now. They're getting tired of just sitting around the house, not doing much, and just being able to do something that's better.
Now, on the other hand, Ricky Rackman had John Five on his show again, and he was about how John's doing with the Corona thing. John Five says life's not changed for him. It's pretty much, other than wearing a mask to the grocery store, this is pretty much life he lives. Staying at home and watching Netflix and chilling, other than, touring, of course.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I guess for some of the bands, it's harder than, especially like the smaller bands, I guess. The big bands, that they got a lot of record label, money and stuff. It's a little easier for them to get through and still stay alive, I guess, versus the ones that are on smaller labels and, they don't have as much push. They really rely on touring and that kind of thing. And especially the ones that were out, getting ready to tour, like that was where they were going to make their money, and then getting crushed right there, have to cancel it or postpone it or whatever. It's definitely a battle for a lot of these bands. So, I know they're doing what they can and trying to stay afloat and, and make ends meet where they can, but I'm sure it's difficult for a lot of them.
Yeah, I didn't think about, all the stuff with, speaking of the stuff for the Corona, they had an interview in Duff, and he was talking about, how they're trying to keep, with the road crew and, everybody's on their bill, the Guns N' Roses is so huge. Actually, them guys don't need the money, but the road crew and stuff, I mean, it even affects them.
Yeah, I mean, you figure those people have families at home, and maybe, their wife or whatever, they don't, they may have a part-time job or something, and, they rely on that money that they're making on the road to, get sent home and stuff. If they're not touring, that really, it affects more than just the band members of a band.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the smaller bands, that's setting their own stuff up, they don't have to worry about that as much, but it still affects their pockets. So,
Oh yeah, most definitely. So I guess we'll get back on the Jinjer thing. We're
yeah,
looking
because we veered off course there.
probably a year on their album. You said that was the fifth song they released.
Yeah.
What do you think's the best song on this album? If they've released 5 songs, they must think it's a pretty album. I guess leave in the comment section your favorite song on this album and what you think of this album. Is this the best album they've done? Is there anything else you want to add to this? Put in the comments
Well,
section.
I'm kind of like right here. I haven't bought the album yet, which is a good thing because they've released 5 songs off of it, and I think we've done what 2 off of it. So it's kind of like, do I act like a love over here and cheat and and listen to it all ahead of time, or do I play string over here who tries not to listen to stuff and hold back and don't buy the album? So I don't know. It's kind of like I want to be love and I want to be string at the same time. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would think after 5 songs, like, are they going to release anything else, or we're going to like kind of work on moving on and letting them work on another album and then kind of go from there?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. What about these bands that it's gonna be kind of different too? They haven't even toured on their album, and it's just like in pause as far as for them. But life's just moved on. So
well, and some of these bands, they already partially toured, or already finished their tour, and so for them, it's not a big deal. They can go ahead and work in the studio to record something else. But then you got the ones that were getting ready to start, and then all hell broke loose, and then now they're sitting on that, and it's like they're in lingo because they don't know how things are going to pan out down the road. So it's like what do we do? So it's just sit back and hope for the best. I know, and hopefully and then I can't remember. It was like one of the podcasts. It seems like I heard them talking about like these bands have all these venues booked up. These venues are booked up, a year in advance, especially like the bigger venues that, the big concerts that are rolling through. It's kind of not real easy to like just postpone everything and then reschedule everything. And whenever it works out for the bands, it's a big deal. So I'm kind of curious to how all this is going to pan out. So
yeah, I guess we'll have to wait.
But this is about. I was going to say, this is a band we definitely need to go see and check out live. So
yeah, almost definitely. And we probably ought to just go ahead and wrap this up. We're like 18 minutes into this.
Oh shit!
We're going to get up there with our bandmate marathon before too long.
Well, everybody knows we like to ramble.
Yeah, I guess we're going to roll this one on up, as Love would say.
Yep, roll it up.
And y'all stay safe, stay strong, corona free. I guess till next time, anything you want to add, String?
I think we've said enough. They're probably telling us to shut the fuck up by now.
Yeah, just wrap it up.
Yep. All right, y'all be good. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Peace.